Hello all, I was asked to put up an updated build for my fighter tank, since I had done one recently for my paladin tank. This is for LoMM and below, so this is not what I would use in Tower of the Mad Mage. This is just to benefit myself and everything else. You can see the gear I'm using. Chitter's Fang is still nice just to get the extra damage. Barkhide damage reduction, extra power. Lionheart set. I know it's not accessible to everyone. I really understand that. Um, Alabaster set. Burnish set from Lair of the Mad Mage if you can run LoMM pretty frequently. Both excellent choices. And if you can't get those, honestly, run the MEs. You'll get the ebonized weapons. Those work pretty well too until you can get your alabasters. Gilded Spike Gator still. I actually went back to the Demogorgon set because I was still easily at all my caps, minus combat advantage. I haven't been able to tinker that in yet, but you can see I've got points I can play with where I'll eventually get it. At all my caps, my defense is a tiny bit low. Whatever. And yeah, plenty of offensive caps. I'm still using an ebonized ward ring, so there's 3% melee damage plus, the hit points, deflection, crit avoidance, all that good stuff. I did put in a Tanner's leather ring, just like on my paladin. It's a great little chunk of extra DPS every 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how quickly you get your daily up. I switched to this shirt recently, and that was just because I wanted the extra combat advantage. You can see I'm running 3 of the artifact from the Tails event. Yes, I am mind-numbingly bored with the Tails event after running it on so many characters. I've got 4 guys with the 3 artifact set now, and it just... if I never see another Tails again, I'll be happy. But I'm using the Envenomed. It pops a lot of extra AP, plus all the set bonuses. There's nothing wrong with that. Companions, just for the extra power, I'm running the Githronki. If I ever feel like I need to, I can switch back to whatever Zergie's might for the hit points. Raptor, little extra incoming healing. This is a throwback from ToMM, and this is just a little extra power. Bonding's 15s, of course, running the Bullet Pup. Use whatever companion gear you need to reach your stat caps. I'm just using the stuff that I had. Yeah. I do not have a 10k power mount on this guy. I only have 5k. I actually don't even remember... Oh, defense, yay. I don't need 10k defense. But if I need it, I also have the hit points right there too. So I could pop up a bunch of hit points as needed. But yeah, I just go with the 5k power right now. Boons, the usual stuff, right? Power, hit points, run speed, companion influence, stamina regen because I'm a tank, be crit severity if I was DPS, recovery speed, and focus retaliation. Powers, this is what I run for all the trash. I change a little bit on different bosses, but this is what I run for all the trash. Shield throw, and yes, it is feeded so that it's a taunt. Enforced threat, I know not a lot of people like it, but it increases combat advantage against stuff, but also everything looks at me for at least a second. And shield slam, which I use for the same exact reason. They're just nice little aggro snappers, right? Tide of Iron, yes, I do have it feeded, so you're getting some extra threat from whatever you do after it. Cleave, I just like it. It's AoE. It's an AoE attack, and if I use my Tide of Iron, I can cleave a bunch of stuff and get some threat. I'm using Bladed Rampart. Yes, it's feeded, so it negates combat advantage against me. The other one I have slotted right now is Earthshaker, and that's just for the damage, honestly. I go back and forth, trying to decide what I want to do. I do use the Dig In quite a bit, but I really like the increased healing and damage dealt. 12%. That's quite a bit. I know it's every 3 seconds, but it's not that hard, especially in boss fights. Throw a taunt, dig in for 3 seconds. Throw a taunt, dig in for 3 seconds. Throw a taunt, dig in for 3 seconds. Anyways, this is my AoE. This is my trash loadout. I always enter using a shield throw because you can cast it, and if you keep pushing whatever direction you want, you'll go in that direction. snap taunt for multiple targets, shield slam. If I'm facing a boss, I swap it over to Anvil of Doom and I feed it so that it's a taunt. And I put on Bull Charge for a gap closer and the damage. And I also put on Knee Breaker for the added damage. I don't tend to use shield throw on bosses just because of the lower magnitude is all. Yep, that is it in a nutshell. When I'm running trash, greater endurance for the run speed, keeps me nice and ahead of the group. Combat at superiority just increases the damage of my at-wills. Why not, right? But when I go to bosses, I use steel recovery instead. I am also running combat balance. For when all three of your defensive stats are close together, you take 10% less damage. If you notice, crit avoidance 76, deflect 76, awareness 79. I got them really close. Yeah, a lot of these stats are over the cap for lower stuff, but it is what it is. I'll eventually tool them around and get some more power and some more combat advantage. But for now, here it is. This is what I'm doing to run everything outside of Tower of the Mad Mage. I hope this helped a little bit. Best of luck. And if you ever need, info or whatever, post me a comment in a video or hit me up in game. Michael, Micheal, 1979. There's my @ handle. Thanks, y'all. Have a good one.